What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Tactical Pineapple, we're going to talk a little bit about the future. What do I mean by the future? Stick around and find out. Hey, real quick before we get into this is the part of the video where if you're like most individuals, you click fast forward 15 seconds until you see me stop talking about store.tacticalpineapple.com. Store.tacticalpineapple.com is where you can go to get merchandise that pertains to Tactical Pineapple. You can also support us by going to tacticalpineapple.com/express, getting yourself a holster, or tacticalpineapple.com/support, and clicking on any one of the things there. It all helps us out, helps us do what we do. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, so what did I mean by saying that I want to talk about the future, right? Well, there's a couple things that are going on today that pertain specifically to our future. Obviously, Biden-Harris campaign, the Biden-Harris administration, that's been beat to fucking death. Like, I'm not going over that again. I am concerned, though, about some of the policies that they're going to be putting forward, but we'll discuss those kind of differently than what I'm going to do this. But today I'm kind of talking about a couple different aspects. So, foreign relations, right? Foreign relations are huge. They're a problem. We're currently going through issues with, obviously, Afghanistan because Joe, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, Biden decided I'm going to yank everybody out and just fucking leave people to die. Complete dick move, complete moron. I can't say it enough. I know y'all know it doesn't even matter anymore. I just beating a dead horse talking about that one too, I guess. But Ukraine and Russia, this one is new, right? Biden is saying if Russia invades the Ukraine, we will put troops near the border of Ukraine. Bad move. Personally, I think that our military had been stronger. It had been taken care of well under Trump. It wasn't as strong as it could have been, and as soon as Biden came in, it just went to shit again, right? Not to mention, we've got a bunch of fucking Nancy boys running around in fucking military clothes nowadays because they can go for 2 years and get gender reassignment surgery. So, obviously, I don't believe the caliber of individual in the military today meets that which the caliber of military there was 10 to 15 years ago going into the military in the United States. That being said, I still say thank you for your service. You're not all dickheads. So, yeah. So on top of that, though, like, I just think that Russia's got a very strong military. They've got a very strong presence, and it's not something that we're looking to do is to go to war with one of the sleeping giants. And when I say sleeping giants, I'm obviously referring to one of the not at-large war nuclear powers. We've got China, we've got Russia, we've got America. There's a couple other little guys in there, but for the most part, those are the three. We've got superconductor issues between us and China right now, too. We're having kind of a war battle of technology between us and them. They own half, if not more than half of our debt, so that could be very problematic if we end up at war with them. They own a good majority of the United States, basically based on debt-to-income ratio. We don't have shit for income coming in, and we have a shit ton of debt. So we have to keep an eye on that. But on top of that, we've also got the issues with, instruction of our youth, right? Public schools are horrible for kids. They've been horrible for kids. We know that there's liberal indoctrination happening, but it's getting worse, right? So now the schools are doubling down. Reports are just coming out now, too, that these schools are now actually screening the instructors. So if there's any sign of progressive politics, they're weeding them out of the operation. And this is hugely problematic, right? So essentially we're saying that any schools are 100% going to be liberal. There's not going to be any safe havens for anybody who has a conservative background. Now, if they're weeding the teachers out using interview processes, stuff like that, imagine what they're asking your fucking kids, right? Our kids are not going to be able to go to school without being questioned about whether mommy and daddy have guns at home, whether mommy and daddy wear red hats, whether mommy and daddy blah, 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 blah. Talk about the Constitution, right? I personally teach my kids about the Constitution. I've got actual history books in my house that I read to my fucking kids. Yes, it's weird. I've got a 4 and a 2-year-old. They get history lessons because America fucking matters. So, one day, hopefully, they'll be able to stand tall for themselves. Until then, I have to do it. And with that being said, public school's not where they're going to be going. So we have to look honestly at ourselves and say, can we do homeschooling? Can we do private schooling? Is there other things that we can do, right? Private schools aren't always going to be the best either. It's the only way you're going to be able to control your children's, mental upbringing and make sure that they're not being indoctrinated into something that, you don't appreciate and your values don't really align with, is to do it yourself, right? There's ups and downs to all of that too, but something to think about, folks. I'm not here to say we've got a way to solve all of this shit going forward in the future, but fact of the matter is that we got to start looking at it. We got to start thinking about it. Today is only here until tomorrow. So until tomorrow, carry your pistols. Brandon hates them.